Dude, I don't know. I think Maino, the rapper, who what was that song he had?
High Hater.
High Hater, yeah,
Yeah.
High Hater. I've always known he's had a loose
All
cannon.
the above. That one
Yeah,
with T-Pain too.
exactly. So I always knew he had an aggressive temper because he this reality show on MTV, like they just followed him. Like this one like nerdy white dude just followed him like everywhere, and like he had a club appearance in New York, and like the white dude was just like, "Oh, but this is like all you do, like you're just clubbing and like not like making music," and like bro, he just choked the shit out of him, like Maino did. And I'm like, bro, this does not look rehearsed at all. Like that dude looked fucking terrified for his life. So that being said, I guess Maino has a podcast and he invited B.Dot on it. Or I don't know if B.Dot's on the podcast. We'll get more information. We'll add it to the fucking description, whatever. But they were going back and forth. I guess Maino dropped a song and then B.Dot was critical of it. But Maino was pissed because B.Dot and him will have like a personal relationship where like they're boys. Like, you know, how's life? How are your kids? What do you need from me? What do you need from you? So this is intriguing to me, especially us in our predicament, right? Like you are an up and coming artist. You put out content. Up until now, I love everything you put out, right? But I was intrigued for us. So one, what side of this are you on, right? Like with the whole B.Dot Maino thing. And then I'm just curious, like, how would it play out? Like, how would you prefer if I wasn't liking your next release, for example, that we go about being, you know, the same way we would review anybody else? Like, how would you want that to play out?
Yeah. So just to clarify again, why or where did the criticism from B.Dot come from? Like, did Maino ask, hey, like...
No, so I think it was on B.Dot's own platform. He was talking about a recent drop, and then he was critical of it, that it wasn't some of Maino's best work, that kind of conversation.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think this in general, like goes back to my whole thing of it's not necessarily what you say, but how you say it.
Okay.
So like when it comes to my music, for instance, I know for a fact, not everyone is going to like every song. That's just like how it's going to work. It doesn't matter. You can be Drake.
Yeah, no one with somebody. In basketball, like people still, you know, Steph Curry still misses 60% of his shots. You know what I mean? Like it's no one's perfect.
Yeah. So I've always had that in the back of my mind. Like, you know, you, my girl, my dad, like whoever might not like one of my new releases. But I think the only time I would take it the wrong way is if someone like proactively reached out to me and was like, yo, that song you dropped was trash. Or like before you release another one like this, like let me know so I can, you know, prevent you from embarrassing yourself or some shit. Like if someone seemed like they're going out of their way to like completely shut it down, unless it was crazy, like I was just farting on a track for 5 minutes or something, then I would be like, all right, well, I didn't really solicit this like aggressive opinion. But if I sent you one of my songs on Instagram, was like, yo, I just dropped a new track, and you were to respond and say, hey, this isn't one of my favorite works by you, but like good shit, hope it does well. I wouldn't take that the wrong way, because like, who am I to force everyone to fucking be in love with everything that I do?
Right.
So I think Maino definitely was out of pocket for like flipping out like that. Maybe I could understand him being annoyed because like,
dude, like I wish we had the content. Like I don't, there's no way, bro. We've seen too many B.Dot interviews. Like I cannot see him like trashing the song. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure he just said, hey, this is not for me, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel like it had to be Maino just flipping out and saying, yo, how dare you not praise it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think B.Dot was like, bro, I'm not stupid. Like, I'm not, because I think he's like, yo, you're dumb for this. He's like, bro, I'm not dumb. But like, I'm not gonna, I feel like B.Dot was very much leaning towards like, bro, I can't lie. Like if someone's gonna ask me a question, I have to be honest. And even if that means like, I don't actually like it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's no way
I definitely agree with that.
B.Dot shitting on this, bro. Like there's no way.
No. And in the past, I've even sent some shit to my brothers, and we'll be like, yo, what do you think about this hook or whatever? And like, sometimes they would be like, oh, like it's dope. But I sensed they were just saying it just to say it. And like, if anything, that made me more annoyed, because I'm like, I want you to tell me this hook is trash. You don't like it.
Yeah.
I think at this point in time, I've gotten people to be more honest in advance. But like once the song's out, it's out. Like you can say it's not for you. You can say you love it, but like if it's out, it's out. And I'm just gonna move on to the next thing. I think, you know, obviously you want people to be respectful, but I don't think B.Dot was out of pocket based on what you sent me. Like,
yeah, right. Like, especially because he was like so calm, bro. Like, I've never like, yo, this dude's like literally, yo, Maino is losing his fucking mind. And
that's why I was like, what happened? Like, because it seemed like a normal ass conversation on his side, but then Maino's screaming on the left side of the screen, and I'm just
and then you see whoever that girl is next to Maino, like, yo, like, yo, chill.
Yeah. It's crazy. But I feel like once you make it and you have a few hits under your belt, like the ego is just so astronomical that you really feel like you can't do any wrong with anything you do.
Yeah. And again, not to be judgmental, bro, but it just seems from afar, like, again, like, I don't think Maino has like ever tried to hide like his like gangster persona, right? I think he also has that like persona, like, yo, dog, don't ever say anything remotely negative about me ever, or I will fuck you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to the core. So I feel like that also was coming out super aggressive, which again, just seems like unwarranted. One, when this guy's your friend, and then two, like, bro, if you're gonna be in the public eye, even people who you consider friends are still like able to make comments about what you're putting out to the public.
Yeah. As the Kevin Samuels fan base would say, he was being emotional, which is a female trait, and therefore he's not a real man. But I didn't say that. I'm just saying it is unfortunate to see like dudes not be able to swallow their pride and just take some criticism, especially if it's not disrespectful. If he spit in his face and was like, yo, this shit's garbage, you know, kill yourself or whatever, fine, beat his ass or yell at him or whatever. But he didn't deserve a shouting match.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like we even brought this up with the Just Adam interview, or even like, I think just like how it would play out, like if whatever song in the future, like you send me that, or we listen to, and like I give you like a reaction online for the first time you're hearing that feedback. Excuse me. Like, I feel like it's all about like, bro, like nothing can be considered whack or amazing. It's just how I interpret it, like how the listener perceives it, right? Like there's mad shit, dude, like fucking NBA Youngboy or Kodak Black. You know, I can't stand Kodak Black's new album, but like, dude, that shit has phenomenal reviews. I'm
Drake
like, yo,
even called him out and said like, yo, you're on another level.
Exactly, bro. And I played this shit like the first, dude, it's only like 7 songs. I played like the first 5 at the gym today. I was like, bro, put that J. Cole back on because this ain't it for me. But clearly it's not trash. Clearly it's not bad because other people like it. So I would just be like, yo, this like, I get what you were trying to do, but personally it's just not for me, this particular song, right? I feel like it's all about, like you said, your delivery, bro. Like it's fucked up to trash anyone in the craft they do because 1, you're not doing it, and 2, you also weren't there when like the thoughts going through their head to create that piece of artwork was, you know, being made, right? Like in hindsight, even the artist may be like, damn, what the fuck was I thinking there? You know what I mean? But sometimes you get in a zone, and sometimes that zone just leads you somewhere that you just happen to end up, and it's like, yo, I'm already here, let me just fucking follow this through. But I think it's all about delivery, bro, because yeah, like I feel as long as it's like yo, like this isn't for me, I know you're a fucking dope artist, I'm looking forward to hearing more, but this particular track or album just, you know, wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, I think that's a super valid response. And at the end of the day, people are going to take it personally because in most cases, the artist is being vulnerable. They're probably telling their life story or an experience, and they're putting it on the track. And then if you were to come and be like, yo, this shit is trash, it's almost like hearing someone tell you that you're trash. I don't think most people speak like that in person, or like if they're critiquing like their friend or whatever, but I think that's why people get super sensitive about it. And I feel like if you're an artist like Maino, who's like already established and stuff, like,
but is he though?
That's my okay, not established, but
I think like the reason, 1, I think he has that aggressive persona that I just mentioned, but I also think he leaves a lot to be desired and feels like a one-hit wonder.
Underrated.
Well, I think that his career has shown that he really just had one hit or maybe a couple hits on one album. And that's all as far as success, right? Success is different for everyone. Like, you know, success is for us hitting 10,000 followers, right? He would fucking may kill himself if he lost all his followers and only had 10,000. So this shit's very like perspective wise, but I low-key, like the way he was being so aggressive, I think there was a lot of insecurity coming out, bro. And him saying, damn, dog, my own boy was like, this shit ain't it. And I've been trying to find it for like 7 years. You know what I mean? So that's how I took it as well, bro. I think there was a lot of insecurity in his approach because he was like, bro, like, I can't catch a fucking break anymore. Like, yo, I had this one hit, my first song out, and nothing really has happened for me since. Because, bro, like, when are we ever looking for a Maino feature or a Maino project, though? Like,
that's why I was like, when you sent me the link, I was like, this has to be something like very newsworthy because I hadn't really heard from him.
Why would we ever talk about Maino, bro? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, he just has to like, so like whenever I put out a song, if I don't like it myself, then I'm not going to put it out. So that way, if someone were to say this is trash or whatever, like I know deep down, at least to me, it's not trash or like objectively, you know, a good portion of people are going to like it. So that even if my girl said she hates it or likes my other shit, like it doesn't bother me. It's going to still bother you, like regardless. Someone could say this podcast is trash and like it could be a good friend of yours and you're like, fuck, well, now I feel attacked because it's like literally me speaking for an hour or whatever. But it definitely stems from insecurity. I don't think there's any other reason why someone could get that upset if they deep down thought it was a good song or whatever.
Yeah. So again, it was good content. It was a 3-minute clip, but I think the best part was just how fucking relaxed B.Dot was the whole time. He was just like, bro, like, I stand by what I said.
There's no reason to get defensive.
Yeah, like, dude, again, if you, like, again, that's the whole point. Like, if you actually believe what the fuck you said, even if you've proven to be wrong, you can apologize because, like, yo, my bad, dude. Like, that's how I felt. I genuinely think that to some level, Maino does not even like his own music being put out right now. And he was like, damn, even other people don't like it. And even my boy doesn't like it. So that had to happen.